Okay. Now again we continue with question number 31. Here the electric potential at the surface of atomic nucleus Z equal to 50 of radius 9.0 into 10 power of minus 15 centimeters. Now that is the what is here electric potential is asking here. Now electric potential V is equal to formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. This is the electric potential formula. Now this is the electric potential formula. Here Q is equal to, we are writing here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Z E by R. Now R is equal to, the radius is given in the problem. R is equal to 9.0 into 10 power of minus 15 centimeters. 9 into 10 power of minus 15 centimeters. 9 into 10 power of minus 15 centimeters means 9 into 10 power of minus 15 into 10 power of minus 2 meters. Minus 2 meters. Now 10 power of minus 2 meters here, that is the 10 power of minus 2. This is directly we can here, this is the 10 power of minus 2 centimeter is given, 10 power of minus 2 meter. Now radius is equal to 9 into 10 power of minus 17 meters. Now the potential is asking here. The potential V is equal to formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. In the place of the Q I am writing ZE. Z is atomic number is given. So ZE by R. Now V is equal to 9 into 10 power of 9. That Z value. That Z value is equal to 50 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 by, this is 9 into 10 power of minus 17. Now what is we are getting here? 9 getting cancelled. Now V is equal to 10 power of 9, 10 power of minus 10. 10 power of minus 10 into 50, 60, 1.6 into 5. 50 is equal to, we are getting 80. 800 we are getting 1.10 is cancelled. Now into 10 power of, what is here? 17. Plus 17 is coming here. V is equal to 80 into 10 power of 7. 80 into 10 power of 7 or V is equal to 8 into 10 power of 8 volt. So which option is correct here? B option is correct here. 8 into 10 power of 8 volt. Next we go to the question number 32. The equivalent capacitance between A and B in the given diagram. Now listen here, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 we are giving here. In between 1 and 2 plates it can form the one capacitor, in between 3 and 4 it can form the another capacitor. We are redrawing the circuit diagram. How we can redraw the circuit diagram here? Now this is a 1. Now what is here? This is what is here? 2. This is connected to which terminal here? B terminal. This is one capacitor of capacitance C. This is the A terminal. Now another capacitor is connected in between 3 and 4. 3 and 4 means 4 connected to A, 3 connected to B. Now this is 1, 2. Next in between plates I am considered. This is I am considered as a 4. This is 3 connected to what is here? B. Now 4 connected to what is here? A. This is a 4 connected to A. Now 2 capacitors are formed in between the A and B terminals. Now these two are in the which combination here? Parallel combination. Parallel combination means in the capacitor parallel combination C effective is equal to C1 plus C. So both are having the same capacitance. So what is here? C plus C is equal to 2C. Now C effective is equal to, what is we are getting here? 2 into here C. What will they here? 2 into C value is equal to here capacity of parallel plate capacity is epsilon naught A by D. So what is here? 2 epsilon naught A by D means the C effective is equal to, we are getting as a 2 epsilon naught A by D. Which option is correct here? A option is correct here. Right. Next we go to the Question number 33. In the circuit, when in steady state, current through the 2 ohm resistor is. Now, when it is in the steady state, the capacitor, the current in the capacitor is 0. Means in this branch, the total current is 0. So, current is 0 means in the capacitor current is 0 means in this branch total current is 0. So, that branch is removed. That branch is removed means when redrawing the diagram, what is here? This is a battery. This is resistance. Now again here this is another. Only two resistors are left here. That is one is called as a. Here what is here? This is taken as. Here one is called as a 6 ohm. Another one is a 2 ohm. Right. When rewriting the diagram, we are getting like this diagram. Now this is a 5 volt. When combining these two are in the parallel combination. Parallel combination means that is the effective resistance. 1 by R is equal to what is we are getting here? 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2. The effective resistance of these two. Now what is there? 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2 means R directly we can find out like this. R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Now R effective is equal to 6 into 2 by 6 plus 2. Now what is here? 8 by 6 2s are 12 by 8. 12 by 8 means 4 2s are 4 3s are means 1.5 ohms. When these two, replacing these two, we are getting 1.5 ohms. This is already we know that 3.5 ohms. Now again we are changing the diagram here. Now what is we are getting here? This is we know that here battery. That battery is having the how many volts here? 5 volts. We know that this is already here 3.5 ohms. When this is what is here combining these two. When combining these two, what is we are getting 1.5 ohms. This is internal resistance. This is external resistance. That is R effective we are getting here. Here from this we find the what is here. What is asking here? The current through the 2 ohm resistor. Current through the 2 ohm resistor is asking. Next we find the current here. First we find the current in the circuit. Current in the circuit I is equal to E by R plus R. I is equal to E by R plus R means I is equal to E. E is equal to how many volts here? 5 by R. R is equal to external resistance 1.5 plus 3.5. Now what is here? I is equal to 5 by 5 is equal to 1. Now 1 ampere we are getting. Now 1 ampere we are getting means the current in the circuit is 1 ampere. Suppose the current in the circuit is here 1 ampere is there. That is considered as I. Here I is divided into two parts. This is I1, another one is I2. So I is divided into two parts means I is equal to, we know that here I1 plus I2 from Kirchhoff law. Here I is equal to I1 plus I2. Two parts I am divided. So I is equal to, we know that here 1 is equal to I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2 is equal to 1 ampere. This is equation number 1. Now, next to the potential drop across the 6 ohm, the potential drop across the 2 ohm is the same because these two are in the parallel combination. So, potential drop across or potential drop at 6 ohm is equal to potential drop at what is here 2 ohm. Both are the same because these two are in the parallel combination. So what will tell here? 6 ohm means in the 6 ohm, how much current is there? I1 current is there, resistance is 6 I1. So 6 is the resistance, I1 is the current, so potential is 6 I1. Here potential is current is I2, resistance is 2 ohm. So what is I am writing here? 2 I2. So what is we are getting here? 2 1s are, 2 3s are. So I2 is required here. That is what is here? First we find the I2 is equal to 3 I1. This I2 value substitute in equation 1. I2 value substitute in equation 1. What we are getting here? I2 value substitute in equation 1. I1 plus 3I1 is equal to 1. Here 4I1 is equal to 1. I1 is equal to 1 by 4 is equal to 0.25 amperes. This is we are getting I1. But what is the required? Here current through the what is the current through the 2 ohm resistance is required. Current through the 2 ohm resistance is what is here? I2. I2 is required here. So I2 is equal to 3 I1. So 3 into 0.25 is equal to how many amperes here? 0.75 amperes we are getting here. So current to the 2 ohm resistance is how many amperes here? 0.75 amperes. Okay. Next we go to the question number 34. The potential drop between the points A and B. How to find the potential drop here? This is VA. First potential at A, VA. Potential at B, we are considered as a VB. Now this dropped at the positive end here. This is a, we are writing here plus 6 volt. Now current and the what is the resistances are same direction. We are moving in this direction. Current also in the same direction. So take the positive. So what is here? This is a voltage drop across the 2 ohm resistor is taken as a 2 into 2. Now here this is starting here. This is coming at the positive end first of all. We are starting coming at the negative end. So what is our getting here? 9 minus 9. Now here this is a current, we are moving in the same direction. Here resistance is 1 ohm, current is 2 amperes. So potential drop across the 1 ohm resistance can be written as a, what is I am writing here, that can be written as 2 into 1 is equal to potential drop at B is equal to V. Now what is here? VA plus 6 plus 4 minus 9 plus 2 is equal to VB. Here 6 plus 4 10, 12. 12 minus 9 is equal to 3. So VA plus 3 is equal to VB. So what is here? VB minus VA, potential drop between A and B. VB minus VA is equal to how many volts here? 3 volts. So which option is correct here? C option is correct here. Right, we can do in the current direction, taken in this direction also, we can solve the problem. We are getting the same answer, that is the 3 volts we are getting here. Next question number 35. A charge Q moves in a circular path of radius R. The rate of n revolution per minute means that is a n revolution per minute are making here. The magnetic field produced at the center of the circular path is required here. Now the magnetic field at the center of the circular path, we know that B is equal to formula mu naught I by 2 R. This is the formula. But here n revolution per minute given, n revolution per second is given. N is a revolution per second is given. Revolution per second nothing but what is here? Frequency is given. Frequency is n is given here. Now frequency is given means first current I is equal to, we know that formula Q by T, or this can be written as Q into n. N is the revolution per second, or that is called as a frequency, Q into n. That value we substitute here. V is equal to mu naught by 2R into I. I is equal to Q into n. So what is I am writing here? This is the here V is equal to mu naught n Q by 2R. So which option is correct here? A option is correct here. Right. Next we go to the question number 36. The magnetic field at the center C of the current carrying system is shown in the figure. Now listen here, this problem, here the current is moving in this direction, here current is moving in this direction. Now when the current is moving in this direction, here from this what is there, half circle, the magnetic field is here, this is what is there, when the current is moving in this direction, the magnetic field is into the board here. Now when here will be there, the magnetic field is out to the board. Means both are having the same magnetic fields, but in the which direction? One is due to this part, the into the board, due to this part, this is the out to the board. Both are in which direction? Opposite direction. Magnitudes is the same, opposite direction. So here B1 is equal to B2. This is a magnetic field due to this part. This is a magnetic field due to this part. Here both are magnitude is the same, but in the which direction? One is into the board, into the plane of the board. One is out to the plane of the board. That is the reason the net magnetic field B is equal equal to P1 minus P2. Both are having the same magnitude but in the opposite direction. One is into the plane of the board, another one is out to the plane of the board. That's the reason we can take here magnitude the same means B1 minus B2 value is equal to 0 we are getting here. So which option is correct here? D option is correct here. Next we go to the question number 37. A bar magnet of magnetic moment 1.5 ampere meter square is placed in a magnetic flux density 0.4 Tesla such that the axis is inclined at an angle 30 degrees to the field lines. The potential energy of the magnet is, you know that the potential energy of the magnet formula Q is equal to minus mb cos theta. Now what is a magnetic? M means magnetic moment. M means magnetic moment is given as a magnetic moment is 1.5 is given, magnetic flux density is given as a 0.4 into cos how many degrees here? Cos 30 degrees. Now U is equal to minus 1.5 into 0.4 into cos 30 value root 3 by 2. Now 2 ones are 2, 0.2s are. Now U is equal to minus 1.5 into 0.2 into 1.732. When calculating, we are getting as a here minus 0.52 joules. So, which option is correct here? A option is correct. This is question number 37. Next, question number 38. The work done in turning a magnet of magnetic moment M by an angle 90 degrees from the meridian is n times the corresponding work done to turn to an angle 60 degrees. The value of n is given by means n times is given. First W1 is equal to first work done is equal to n times of W2 is given. First work done I want to find here. W is equal to, we know that here minus mb into cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. That is the formula for work done. Here when it is rotating from initial angle to final angle. Here from the meridian means theta 1 is equal to 0. Now what is we are getting here? W is equal to minus mb. Starting W1 I am finding. W1 is equal to minus mb. Here final angle is cos 90. Initial angle is cos 0. Here cos 0 value 1, cos 90 value cos 0 value 1, cos 90 value 0. So W1 is equal to minus mb into cos 90. Cos 90 value is equal to 0 minus 1 is equal to what is we are getting here? mb. This is the W1 value. Next we find the W2. W2 is equal to same minus mb into here this is a here cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Theta 2 is equal to 60. Cos 60 minus of cos 0. Initial angle is 0 from meridian. Now what is here? W2 is equal to minus mb into cos 60 value is equal to 1 by 2 minus of 1. Now what is getting here? 1 by 2 minus 1 is equal to minus 1 by 2. So what is we are getting here? Total value is equal to mb by 2. This is W2 value. Now what is the given here? This is the W2. W2 is equal to mb by 2. W1 is equal to mb. So writing from relation between these two. Now W2 is equal to mb by 2. So 2W2 is equal to mb. 2W2 is equal to mb. But mb is equal to what? We know that we have W1. So 2W2 is equal to W1. So W1 is equal to work done. W1 is equal to 2W2. But what is the relation given? Here W1 is equal to nW2. Means what is the n value we are comparing these two? N equal to which value we are? N equal to 2. So which option is correct here? A option is correct. Next we go to the question number 39. The magnetic field B makes an angle theta to the normal to the surface of the conductor. The flux phi passing through the area of the conductor is given by. Generally we know that flux is equal to what is the formula? Here flux is equal to, here magnetic flux is equal to, we know that here E bar dot A bar. Similarly this is the electric flux. Similarly magnetic flux is equal to, we know that here V bar dot A bar. This is the magnetic flux, this is the electric flux. So V bar dot A bar are V into A. Now what is here? Flux normal. Normal is given means this is a V dot A. This is what is coming here. Phi B is equal to VA normal. Normal means 0 consider. Cos 0 value is equal to 1. That is the reason phi B is equal to VA is getting here. So phi is equal to VA option is correct here. Which option is correct here? A option is correct. This is the flux formula directly we are saying that. Now question number 40. A current I is going to the coil. The EMF induced in it is 0.2 volts. EMF is given here. Epsilon is equal to 2 volts. 0.2 volts are given here. Epsilon is equal to 0.2 volts. Now, when the current is changing from 5 amperes to minus 5 amperes in 0.2 seconds. Now, I1 and I2 is given here. Change in the current here. Change in the current DI is equal to here initial minus final we can take here 5 minus of minus 5 is equal to how many amperes here? 10 amperes. Change in the current. Now, time is equal to also given here. dt is equal to time given 0.2 seconds. Now what is asking here? Self induction. Now epsilon is equal to formula L into di by dt. Now L is equal to epsilon by di by dt. Here epsilon we are given here 0.2 is given EMF. Di by dt. Di is equal to 10 by 0.2 is given. This is dt is equal to 0.2. It is coming into numerator 0.4, 0.2 into 0.2 by 10 means 0.04 by 10. 0.004 by 10. Or again dividing with means 0.0004 into 10. Means what is this value? Here this is a 0.2 means 0.04 we are getting here. Or simply we can make like this. Here this is a 2 into 10 power of minus 1 into 2 into 10 power of minus 1. This is taking into numerator 10 power of minus 1. So 4 into 10 power of minus 3. 4 into 10 power of minus 3 means 4 into 10 power of minus 3 amperes. 10 power of minus 3 ampere is equal to which ampere here? Milliampere. So this is the inductance. Inductance means 4 into 10 power of 3 Henry. Now 10 power of minus 3 Henry means millihenry. So inductor L value is equal to what we are getting here? 4 millihenry we are getting here. So which option is correct here? A option is correct here. Next we go to the question number 41. In AC circuit the voltage V and current are given by, what is the given here? Voltage and currents are given. Voltage V is equal to 100. What is given here? Sine 100 pi t. This is voltage. Now current is given. Current I is equal to what is given here? 100 sine 100. What is here? T plus pi by 3 milliamperes. Milli means here 100 sine 100 t plus pi by 3 into 10 power of minus 3 amperes. Or this can be written as 100 into 10 power of minus 3 into 100 t plus pi by 3 amperes. This is the current value. This is the voltage value. Now the power dissipated in the circuit here. The power dissipated formula we know that here Vrms into Irms into cos phi. Cos phi means phase difference between these two, current and voltage. Here phi is the phase difference between the current and voltage. Here 100 pi t plus pi by 3. Pi here phase difference is equal to pi by 3 we are getting. Here P is equal to Vrms is equal to V naught by root 2. Now what is here? Irms is equal to I naught by root 2 into cos phi. Phase difference between these is pi by 3. Now P is equal to what is here? V naught. V naught value. This is here this is comparing with V is equal to V naught sin omega t. Similarly, this is comparing with what is here? I is equal to I naught sin omega t plus phi. The phase difference between these two is phi is there. So here this is when comparing this one, V naught is equal to 100 by root 2. Next comparing these two, I naught is equal to, here this is here comparing here, this is I am taking here final equation here taken. This is I naught, I is equal to what we know that here I naught sin omega t plus phi. Now comparing these two equations here, now P is equal to, we are comparing here, V naught is equal to 100 by root 2 into, this is comparing these two, I naught is equal to what is there, 100 into 10 power minus 3 by root 2 into, here this is a cos phi. Cos phi means cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to what we know that here, 1 by 2. 180 by 3. 180 by 3 means 60. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2 we are getting here. This is V is equal to what we know that here, 10 power of 4 into 10 power of minus 3 by 4. Here this is our 2 root 2 is a 4. Now 10 power of 3 means what is there, 10 by 4. Here 2 5s are 2 2s are means what is getting here, 2.5. Our unit is of watt is a 2.5 watt. Here which option is correct here? D option is correct here. Next we go to the question number 42. An AC voltage applied to a circuit consisting of resistance or inductance L connected in series. The potential drop across the resistance is 200 volt. Potential drop across the inductance is 150 volt. The applied voltage is, resultant voltage is asking here. VR is given. VR, potential drop across the resistance is equal to 200 volt. Potential drop across the inductance is equal to 150 volt. This is the given here. Now the applied voltage is asking in the question here. Now applied voltage is asking in the question means, now here what is the applied voltage value we say, that is asking in the question. Now we are drawing the, here what is here, in the pure resistance, current and resistance both are in the, current and voltage both are in the same direction. I and V are in the both are same direction in the pure resistance circuit. The pure inductance what is here, we are, that is a voltage is pi by 2 degrees, here voltage is leads the current by an angle pi by 2. So this is of VL. In the which circuit here? This is pure inductance circuit. This is pure resistance circuit, pure inductance circuit here. This is voltage and current both are in same direction. Here voltage is making an angle 90 degrees with the current. Now the angle between these two is 90 degrees is there. The resultant we are taking here. This is the resultant vector. Now this is how we are getting here resultant vector. This is a resultant vector I am considered as a V. This is the angle between these two is already we know that here 90 degrees. Now what is here? This is we know that we use the Pythagoras theorem, we find the formula V is equal to we use the parallelogram law, we find the voltage. Here this is R square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Here cos theta means what is we are getting here, VR square plus BL square plus 2VR into VL into cos how many degrees here, 90 degrees. Here sin 90 value is 1, cos 90 value is 0. Now V is equal to under root of what is here, VR square plus VL square. This value is equal to 0. Now voltage V equal to under root of VR square. VR is equal to voltage across the resistance is equal to 200 square. Voltage across the inductance is equal to 150 square. 200 square plus 150 square is equal to what is we are getting total value when calculating 250 volts. Which option is correct here? B option is correct here. Next we come to the question number 43. What is the question number 43? We see here the ratio of contributions made by the electric field and magnetic field components to the intensity of the electromagnetic field. Intensity can be written as a mu average into C. Now intensity of electric field can be written as a mu average of electric field. E means electric field I am writing. Mu average of electric field into C. Intensity of magnetic field is equal to mu average of magnetic field into C. Now intensity ratio I am asking here, I by IB asking in the question here, mu average electric field by mu average magnetic field. Here into C by C by C getting cancelled. Here this is the mu average into C. Here mu average B into C. Here C cancelled. Here E is the suffix is there. Don't confuse here. C cancelled. Now what is here? I by IB is equal to, this is mu average electric field by mu average magnetic field. Now I by IB is equal to, this value is equal to half epsilon naught E square by half into mu naught into H square in terms of the H. But B is equal to mu naught H. Here what is there? H is equal to B by mu naught. In terms of the B I am changing here. Now I by IB is equal to, what is we are getting here? Half epsilon naught into E square by half into mu naught into B square by mu naught square. Here mu naught also getting cancelled. Now what is we are getting here? Value I by IB is equal to, I by IB is equal to, what is we are getting here? Half epsilon naught E square by, here what is here? Half B square by mu naught. Half of also cancelled. Now what is the value here? I by IB is equal to, this value is equal to mu naught epsilon naught into E square by B square. E square by B square. But E by B is equal to, we know that here E by B is equal to C. Now E square by B square is equal to C square. Again, here also again I am another condition is there here. This is E square by B square is equal to C square. Now C is equal to 1 by mu naught epsilon naught. C square is equal to 1 by mu naught epsilon naught. So mu naught epsilon naught is equal to what we are getting here? Mu naught epsilon naught is equal to here 1 by C square. But we know that here E by B is equal to C. Now E square by B square is equal to C square. Now substitute values here. Now what is we are getting here? I by IB is equal to intensity ratio. Here mu naught epsilon naught is equal to 1 by C square. E square by B square is equal to C square. Now what is getting here? Ratio I by IB is equal to 1 by 1 is equal to 1:1 ratio we are getting here. Which option is correct here? Here C option is correct here. Next we go to the question number 44. A plane electromagnetic wave is propagating along x direction can have the following pairs of E and P. Now when the electromagnetic wave is propagating along the, which direction is given here? This is x, this is y, this is z. Electromagnetic wave is propagating along which direction? X direction. When the electromagnetic wave is propagating along the x direction, means magnetic field and the electric field are perpendicular to it. Perpendicular to it means the magnetic field along the electric field along the y direction or magnetic field along the z direction. Or you can take magnetic field along the magnetic field along the y direction, electric field along the z direction also. What is the option? That is not available. So that's the reason we are taking here electric field along the y direction, magnetic field along the z direction. Means what is the concept here? Plane with the electromagnetic wave is propagating along the x direction. Electric field and magnetic fields are acting along the y and z directions. They are perpendicular to them. So which option is correct here? This is a A, this is B, this is C, this is what is a D. Here B is not there, this is a D. So D option is correct. Next we go to the question number 45. One of the faces of the prism is of refracting angle is 30 degrees is silvered. Now listen here. This is a prism. The refracting angle is 30 degrees. This one of the face is silver. Now, a ray of light is incident at an angle of 45 degrees. Now, this is the normal. A ray of light is incident at an angle of how many degrees here? 45 degrees. Next to 45 degrees. Now, this is the incident ray. Incident angle is 45. That is the refracting angle is R1. Now, on the other face, retraces its path after the reflection. Means here incident and retraces its path. Retraces its path means your angle R2 is becomes to be 0. Angle what is the 0 here? R2 equal to 0. Then angle is what will be there here? R1. This is the refracting angle. Refracting angle is 30 degrees is given. A is equal to 30 degrees. A is equal to 30 degrees means we know that relation R1 plus R2 is equal to A. Now R1 is equal to R1 plus A. R1 plus here R2. R2 value is equal to 0 equal to A. So R1 equal to A. Means R1 equal to A means R1 equal to how many degrees here? 30 degrees. This angle of incidence I am considered as I1. I1 equal to 45 degrees. R1 equal to 30 degrees. Now from the Snell's law, we are writing here mu is equal to sine I1 by sine R1. I am finding here. Mu is equal to sine 30 degrees. I1 equal to 45 degrees. Here I1 equal to 45 degrees. Sine 45 degrees by sine 30 degrees. Now what is here? Mu is equal to sine 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. Sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2. Now what is we are getting here? Mu is equal to 2 by root 2. 2 by root 2 means here root 2. What is here? Root 2 into root 2 by root 2. Now root 2 cancel. What is the value we are getting here? Root 2. So which option is correct here? C option is correct here. This is the question number 45. Next we go to the question number 46. Now magnification at least distance of distinct vision of simple microscope having its focal length is 5 cm. Now what is the given in the problem here? Focal length is given 5 cm. Now magnification at least distance of distinct vision. The least distance of distinct vision means that d value is equal to how many centimeters here? 25 centimeters. At least distance of distinct vision, that is the d value is equal to 25 centimeters. Now magnification formula m is equal to 1 plus d by f. So magnification m is equal to 1 plus d value is equal to 25. Focal length is 5. Now m is equal to 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 is equal to here what is that magnification? How much we are getting here? 6. So which option is correct here? D option is correct. This is the magnification value. Next here we go to the question number 47. In end double slit experiment, two coherent sources of equal amplitudes A of same wavelength lambda superimpose and the intensity of the point on the screen is equidistant from them. Means from the two slits that is equidistant is A. Now that means I naught. Another experiment with a similar setup, two coherent sources amplitude A and lambda are used. This is the incoherent sources here. These are the coherent sources. Here point is coherent sources. This is the incoherent sources. The intensity at the same point on the screen I naught dash. The ratio I naught by I naught dash is there. Now in case of the coherent sources, intensity is directly proportional to A plus A. You can add the two amplitudes. Amplitude is same amplitude is A plus A whole square. So here intensity is equal to what is here? Intensity is directly proportional to A plus A whole square means K into this is a 2A square. Now I is equal to what is here? K into 4A square. This is equation number 1. Now in case of the incoherent sources what will be there here? How we make that? How we can find the intensity? Intensity directly proportional to A square plus A square. Now what is there? Intensity is directly proportional to 2A square. Our intensity is equal to K into 2A square. But intensity value what is the given? I naught dash is given. Here in first intensity what is given? I naught. So I naught, this is I naught and I naught. Here I naught dash and I naught dash. Now this is given to the equation number 2. The ratio is asking here. I naught by I naught dash is asking here. I naught by I naught dash. I naught is equal to what is what we know that here k into 4a square by k into 2a square. Now k getting cancelled, a square is getting cancelled, 2 1s are 2 2s are. Now I naught by I naught dash is equal to 2 by 1. 2 by 1 is equal to what is the option here? 2:1. 2:1 means which option is correct here? A option is correct here. Next question number 48. In Fraunhofer diffraction experiment at a single slit, the wavelength of light is used 600 nanometers. The wavelength of light is given here, lambda is equal to 600 nanometers, means 600 into 10 power of minus 9 meters or 6 into 10 power of minus 7 meters. This is the wavelength. Now the first diffraction minima is observed at 4 millimeter. The distance between the slits also given. The distance, the screen is at a distance of 2 meter. Capital D given. 2 meter is given. The screen is at a distance of 2 meter. The first diffraction minimum is observed at 2 millimeter. Means what will they here? 2 millimeter means x value. That is here 4 millimeter is given. That is 4 millimeter means 4 into 10 power of minus 3 meters. Now for the first minimum condition is know that the diffraction A sin theta is equal to n lambda. For first diffraction minimum means n equal to 1 here. N equal to 1 means A sin theta is equal to 1 into lambda. Now A sin theta is equal to lambda. But when the theta is very small, theta is very small, A theta is equal to n lambda. Here what is asking slit to width? A is asking here. We know that here this is a screen distance, this is angle theta, this is a distance, diffraction minima distance, that is a x distance from the center. We know that here this is a arc is equal to angle into radius, theta into d from the what is the sector. X is equal to theta into d. Here theta is equal to what is here? X by d. Now what is we are getting here? Lambda is there here. This is the lambda. Theta is equal to x by d. Now what is here? A into x by d is equal to what is we are getting here? Lambda. Now A is equal to lambda d by x. This is the formula. Now A is equal to lambda d by x means A is equal to lambda. Lambda is equal to 6 into 10 power of minus 7 into d value. D value is equal to what is here? 2 by 4 into 10 power of minus 3. 4 into 10 power of minus 3 means what is here? 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are. Now A is equal to 3 into 10 power of minus 7 into 10 power of 3 means 3 into 10 power of 4. 3 into 10 power of minus 4. 3 into 10 power of minus 4 means which value here? 0.3 into 10 power of minus 3 means 0.3. This is meters, means this is a 10 power of minus 3 meter is millimeter. So 0.3 millimeter is there. Here which option is correct here? C option is correct. This is the question number 48. Next we go to the question number 49. The wavelength corresponding to beam of electrons whose kinetic energy is 100 electron volts. The wavelength is asking here. Now the de Broglie relation, we can directly find the wavelength. Now what is here? With the kinetic energy is equal to how many electron volts is given here? 100 electron volts is given. Kinetic energy is equal to E into V is equal to 100 electron volt. 100 electron volt. Here E cancel means volt. V is equal to potential. V is equal to how many volts here? 100 volts here. When the voltage is given, the direct formula is there for the wavelength. Here what is there? Electron also given. When the electron for the wavelength of the electron formula 12.124 angstrom by under root of V. This is the direct formula. Now what is here? Here 12.124 angstrom by under root of V is equal to how much here? 100. V equal to 100 is there. Now what is we are getting here? Value is equal to, this value is equal to 12.124 angstrom by 10. Means lambda is equal to 1.224 angstrom. 1.224 angstrom means here about how much here? 1.2 angstroms. Which option is correct here? A option is correct here. This is question number 49. Next here we go to the question number 50. Planck constant has the same dimension as of. Now this is here Planck constant. We know that here E is equal to h nu, or h is equal to E by nu, or E into 1 by nu. 1 by nu is equal to time period t. Now Planck constant h dimensional formula can be written as, that is a energy dimensional formula ml square t power of minus 2 into time dimensional formula t. So h is equal to ml square t power of minus 1. Here observe here, first one is energy. In the A option, energy dimensional formula ml square t power of minus 2. Planck constant, energy, both are not having the same dimensions. Next to B option, force ml t power of minus 2. This option is not same. Third option, linear momentum P is equal to m into v, means ml t power of minus 1. This option also not same. Fourth option we can check here, angular momentum L is equal to mvr. Now mass dimension formula m, here velocity dimension formula L t power of minus 1. The r means the r dimension formula is L. So what is we are getting here? L square t power of minus 1. So angular momentum dimensional formula ml square t power of minus 1. What is the Planck constant also having the dimensional formula ml square t power of minus 1. Both are having the which dimensional formula? Same dimensional formula. So which option is correct here? D option is correct here. Next we see the question number 51. Atomic hydrogen is excited to nth energy level. The number of spectral lines which can be emitted while returning to the ground. This is a direct formula is there for the returning to the ground here. Number of spectral lines. That is the formula is n into n minus 1 by 2. This is the number of spectral lines when that is coming from excited state to which state here? Ground state. Here that is another state is coming here. What is the formula is there here? N2 minus n1 by n2 plus this is n2 minus n1 by, that is n2 minus n1 by 2n minus 1 is there. That is another formula is there. That is the number of spectral lines finding. That is when another state is coming here. Here when coming to the ground state, which formula is there here? N into n minus 1 by 2. Here which option is correct here? A option is correct here. Number of spectral lines is n into n minus 1 by 2. Next the first ionization energy of hydrogen atom is 13.6 electron volts. The first ionization energy of helium is. Now what is mean by the ionization energy? Ionization energy delta E is equal to, it is moving from first energy level to infinite energy level. Energy change is E infinity minus E1. So E infinity is equal to, we know that here energy is equal to minus 13.6 electron volts by n square. But this is a total energy. For infinity energy level, energy is equal to 0 electron volts. Because n equal to infinity, here something by infinity is equal to 0. Now, here first energy level E1 is equal to what is here? Minus 13.6 electron volts by. General formula is Z square by n square. That also take here. For hydrogen atom, we can substitute next to Z equal to 1. Here 13.6 electron volt by. Now what will there here? N square. N square is equal to 1 square into, this is what is here? Z square. Z square we have taken here. This is the first ionization. First means n equal to 1. Now E1 equal to minus 13.6 electron volts into what is here? Z value. For the hydrogen, Z value is equal to 1 square by 1. Now what is here? That is the E1 is equal to, we are getting here minus 13.6 electron volts. Now that is the ionization energy of what is we are getting here? Hydrogen. Here this is the E infinity is 0, 0 minus of minus 13.6 electron volts. The ionization energy is equal to 13.6 electron volts we are getting. But this is for the what is here hydrogen. But helium is asking. When the helium is asking here also what is here? Delta E is equal to E infinity minus E1. E infinity minus E1 means here also E infinity is 0 because of here that is the infinite energy level, energy is 0. Delta E is equal to what is here? Minus E1. Now E1 we can find out here for the what is here? This is for helium. This is which atom here? This is helium atom. This is for what is here? Hydrogen. Already given that one hydrogen. This is for the what is here? Hydrogen is given. Hydrogen is already 13.6. From helium how to find here? Delta E is equal to minus E1. E1 is equal to, we know that formula, minus 13.6 into Z square by N square. For helium Z value is equal to 2 is there. So E1 is equal to minus 13.6 electron volts into 2 square by. Now first ionization energy means 1 square we are taking. Now what is we are getting here? Minus 13.6 into 2 square is equal to 4. Means this value is equal to, we are getting here 54.4 minus 54.4 electron volts. But what is the asking in the question here? That is ionization energy. Here given value we are getting minus 54.4 electron volts. Ionization energy delta E is equal to minus E1. Minus E1 means minus into minus plus. We are getting here 54.4 electron volts. So which option is correct here? C option is correct here. This is the ionization energy of the what is a helium, that is a 54.4 electron volts. Next we go to the question number 53. In transistor the least doped region is emitter is highly doped, collector is what is there moderately doped, your base is the slightly doped. So this is a B option, this is a C option. C option is a base is there. So which option is correct here? C option is correct. Here base is a slightly doped. Here emitter is a what is a more doped or highly doped. Here collector is the moderately doped. So which option is correct here? C option is correct. Now we move to the question number 54. The half-life of radioactive sample is a T. The fraction of the time interval of sample that decays in the interval T by T. Here half-life is given. Half-life T off is given. T off is equal to T. Right. Now what is here? Total time also given. T. Total time T is equal to T by T. We know that formula T is equal to N into T off. Now, number of half-lives we have to find here. N is equal to T by T off. T equal to what is here? T by 2 by T. Now, what is we are getting here? T getting cancelled. Number of half-lives are 1 by 2. Now, the fraction of the initial mass to the sample is asking here. Now, we know that here m by m naught is equal to 1 by 2 power of n. Now, m by m naught is equal to 1 by, now what is we are getting here? 2 power of 1 by 2. Here n value is equal to 1 by 2. Now 2 power of 1 by 2 means root 1 by root. Now what is here? The fraction of the initial mass is asking here. Fraction of the initial mass means m by m naught minus 1 is asking. Means what is here? M minus m naught by m naught. Right, that is asking here. M by m naught is equal to what we know that here? 1 by root 2 minus 1. This is a 1 by root 2. Fraction is asking here. Which fraction is asking here? This is a fraction is asking means this is we have to find here 1 minus m by m naught. 1 minus m by m naught is asking here. 1 minus m by m naught means m naught minus m. Initial mass minus final mass by initial mass is equal to here 1 minus m by m naught. 1 minus 1 by root 2. 1 minus 1 by root 2 is equal to what is that? We are getting here root 2 minus 1 by root 2. So here 1 minus m by m naught value is asking here. That is a sample that decays to time interval t by 2 asking here. That is nothing but m naught minus m by m naught. That value is equal to root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Which option is correct here? C option is correct here. Next we see the question number 55. Now, a magnetic field applied perpendicular to the plane of the paper and directed into the region PQRS in a space as shown in figure. If alpha and beta and gamma rays are projected perpendicular to the field as shown in figure, they are projected like this. Now, in this case, here what are the directions of the alpha particle and beta particle and gamma particle? Here gamma particle is undeviated because it is a charge. The charge is not there, so it is undeviated. Here alpha particle, that is alpha particle is having a positive charge, it is moving towards the PQ side, and beta particle is having the negative side, negatively charged. Beta is a negatively charged particle, so it is moving inside the RS side. Here this is the gamma particle is undeviated. So which option is correct here? Alpha particle is deflected towards the PQ and beta particle is deflected towards the RS, because the magnetic field is inside the plane of the board is there. And outside the plane of the board is there. Which option is correct here? And outside the plane of the board, alpha particle is deflected towards the RS and beta particle is deflected towards the PQ. Depends upon the magnetic field, the direction of the alpha and beta particles also changes. But gamma particle cannot be deflected inside the magnetic field because it is having the no charge. Yeah, that's the reason here alpha particle are deflected towards the PQ and beta particle are deflected towards the RS. Which option is correct here? B option is correct. Now, next question number 56. Now, the given circuit is, you directly know that here this is a internal circuit of which gate here? R gate. Internal circuit of the R gate here. Which option is correct here? A option. In the diodes of the reverse, that is the which gate here? AND gate. Now these are the internal circuit of the R gate. This is question number 56. Which option is correct here? A option is correct. Next, in the area to be covered for the TV telecast is doubled, then the height of transmitting antenna will be. Now we know that here D is equal to under root of 2HR. This is the diameter. Now what is here? Distance to the signal covered. We are simply seeing that. Now area is equal to pi d square. Now area is equal to pi into d square is equal to what is here? 2HR. From this we know that here A is directly proportional to H, or H is directly proportional to A. What is the given here? Area covered to be TV signal, TV telecast is doubled. Area is a doubled, means what is their height also doubled, because these two are directly proportional to each other. Means area is doubled, what is here? Height also doubled, means which option is correct here? A option is correct here. Next we go to the question number 58. The optical fibers have an inner core of refractive index N1. Now, and cladding of refractive index N2. This is the optical fiber generally. This is the inner core of refractive. This is the inner core of refractive index of N1. Cladding of this is the cladding refractive index of N2. Here, which one is correct? Means optical fibers are show the phenomena of what is here? Total internal reflection. In order to show the total internal reflection, that is the N1, that is refractive index of the cladding is refractive index of the core is larger than the refractive index of the cladding. Means what is here? N1 greater than N2. When N1 greater than N2 means refractive index of the core is we are taking the larger than the cladding, it then shows the phenomena of total internal reflection. Otherwise, here we cannot show the phenomena of total internal reflection. So N1 greater than N2. So this is a B option, this is a D option. Now which option is correct here? The D option is correct here. This is a question number 58. Next question number 59. The effective spring constant of the system is shown in the figure. Now observe this diagram. When observing this diagram, these three springs are in the which combination? Parallel combination. When it is in the parallel combination, in the springs the effective here what is our spring constant formula? K1 plus K2 plus K. Now what is here? K effective is equal to K1 to K. This one is having the spring constant is K. This one is having the spring constant is K. Now K effective is equal to 2K plus K plus K is equal to 4K. This is the effective spring constant of the spring. Which option is correct here? C option is correct here. This is the question number 59. Next, last question number 60. 2 point charges of magnitude 1 microcoulomb. They are located at the points. Means 2 vectors are given. Now 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 is equal to given as 1 microcoulomb. 1 microcoulomb means 10 power of minus 6 coulomb. First one is located at R1. R1 is equal to I cap plus J cap plus 3K cap. Now R2 is equal to what is the given here? R1 bar and R2 bar is equal to 2I cap plus 3J cap plus K cap is given. Now what is here? These two are located at these 2 points here. Now what is here? The distance between these two is R bar is equal to R2 bar minus R1 bar. R2 bar minus R1 bar means 2I minus I is equal to I cap. Here 3J cap minus J cap is equal to 2J cap. K cap minus 3K cap is value is minus 2K cap. Right? Here this is 2I minus I is equal to I. 3I minus J is equal to 2J. Here K cap minus 3K cap is equal to minus 2K cap. Now what is here? That is here what is the magnitude of this one we are finding here? Mod R bar is equal to R is equal to under root of 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square. We are getting as a 9. Root 9. Root 9 value is equal to 3. This is the R value distance we are getting. Now find the force here. Force formula, magnitude of the force is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught means 9 into 10 power of 9. Both charges are having 10 power of minus 6 into 10 power of minus 6 by R square. R square is equal to 3 square. 3 square nothing but a 9 getting cancelled. So 10 power of 9 into 10 power of minus 12 is equal to what is we are getting here? 10 power of minus 3 newtons. So which option is correct here? A option is correct. Okay, thank you.